kleptomania, pathological theft, and the social crisis of developing nations. From Reaction to Prevention, written by Professor Mannixs, Paul, December 26, 2025. MEFoundation Monthly Lecture, Series 18, Part 1. Kleptomania and pathological theft have steadily taken root across many developing nations, emerging not merely as isolated criminal acts, but as deeply embedded social crises. What was once understood as individual moral failure has, over time, evolved into a collective behavioral pattern sustained by weakened value systems, distorted incentives, and a normalization of impunity. In such environments, theft is no longer viewed solely as a crime to be punished. It has become a visible symptom of broader cultural and institutional decay. Although laws are designed to regulate conduct and impose consequences, their effectiveness is limited when theft becomes systemic, permeating public institutions, private organizations, and everyday social relations. In many developing societies, enforcement is selective, punishment inconsistent, and accountability negotiable. This sends a dangerous message that stealing is not only survivable but often profitable, particularly when shielded by power, influence, or political protection. As a result, the law becomes reactive rather than corrective. A central driver of this crisis is the conduct of those entrusted as custodians of power, authority, and collective wealth. Positions intended for stewardship are frequently converted into instruments of personal advancement. Power is treated as a means to an end rather than a responsibility to serve. When those responsible for oversight, enforcement, and governance exploit their offices, corruption ceases to be exceptional and becomes institutionalized. Misconduct is not only hidden, it is observed, learned, and replicated. The problem is further compounded by the tone of leadership and the role of key stakeholders who actively or passively participate in the creation of a system of organized crime. In many instances, corruption flows seamlessly from top to bottom, or conversely from the bottom to the top, forming a network in which leaders, middle managers, and frontline actors mutually reinforce unethical behavior. Ordinary citizens, caught in this web, are left helpless, often forced to navigate life under the mercy of a few who wield privilege and authority. With formal mechanisms of justice compromised, survival often depends on faith, prayer, and personal resilience, leaving ethical aspirations vulnerable to social pressure and structural inequities. Courtesy of MEFoundation, committed to human capacity building worldwide.